Hello everyone and welcome back to my second channel. So I ended up doing a fun little impromptu getaway here. Well, kind of planned, kind of not planned, but I was on a flight to go see my Thomas in the UK. So I left on the 19th, it was a red eye, and I landed on my birthday on the 20th. So I was getting ready that morning. I got there around like 9:30 a.m., which was pretty good. So here's me doing my makeup on the plane. I will say though, guys, this plane ride was something else. The turbulence was so bad, and the worst part was that I was in like the very last row, so the flight attendants were sitting behind me and they kept talking about how weird all this turbulence was. And then at one point they got up and they like came up to personally, like everyone individually, telling them to put their seatbelts on, which I've never had before. So I was pretty scared and I was crying, but you know, my anxiety was not in the best place. I'm glad I brought a blankie. Anyways, I used my Tarte blush. I just brought some quick little easy products to use for my makeup on the plane. I used to be so embarrassed to do my makeup like on the plane or on the train or something like that, but now I don't really care. It was also nice because I had no one beside me on either side, so I did try and like lay down fully and have a sleep on the overnight, but it was a little bit more difficult than I'd planned. But at least I was able to get some rest and I had some comfort of doing my makeup and hair. This is my current favorite lip product. It's a Quo lip oil. It's just so easy, but I wanted a bit more color here, so I used a little bit of a lip blush. I normally don't do my makeup on flights because I don't really care, but I was seeing Thomas, so I wanted to look a little bit more put together, and also it's my birthday, so I wanted to land and feel fresh. Quite the angle here for my mascara, but you guys always ask what mascara I use, and it's the Tarte tubing mascara. And then here's me doing my hair. Normally I would do heelless curls on a plane, but I didn't want to sleep in buns for an overnight one, so I'm using this portable straightener. This one Thomas actually bought me for when we had to do a styling job, and so I needed to use this to get wrinkles out of clothes, which it did come in handy. And it also came in handy here when I wanted to curl my hair on the plane. And pro tip is learning how to curl your hair with a straightener. I just learned from YouTube videos when I was young. I don't know, you just kind of turn the flat iron. I don't really know how to properly explain it, but it is the best because then you can only bring a straightener when traveling and you can do straight hair or curled hair, so it's perfect. Okay, so here is the final look, all curled and cutesy. I'm wearing this Free People top that I love as well. I also like my bangs. Now they've grown out a little bit, and it is tradition that every time I come and see his family, I get them ice wine, which is like a Canadian delicacy. It's basically like where the grapes freeze over in the winter. And somewhere down there, my Thomas is getting ready to pick me up, and he got me. I was so happy to see him and spend my 23rd birthday with him. It's always just so lovely driving around the countryside. I mentioned this before, but he lives on a farm, so we're never really in London, which, I mean, I do like London. I've been a few times now, and it is beautiful, but I'm not really a city girl. I'm much more of a countryside girl. The city is overwhelming for me, so I love driving through the countryside with him and always being out and about in like the nature and the little cottages. It's so sweet. And of course, for my birthday, we had to do Poo Corner. Once again, I love this place. It's literally called Poo Corner, and it's in Hartfield. And they had a fun new spring menu, so I got a delicious vegan soup. Oh, here's my vegan milkshake. You have to get a vegan milkshake when you go because they're so good. So I got strawberry, and then I got a vegan sausage roll with like salad and coleslaw, and then this is the mint pea soup, which is actually pretty good. And of course, you have to get Winnie the Pooh shaped toast. I mean, you have to. Thomas always gets the beef chili baked potato, which is delicious. And for this tiny little tea room, the food is phenomenal. I literally couldn't recommend it more. Even if you're not as much of a Winnie the Pooh enthusiast, you have to go. Then we went to try and go play Pooh Sticks, but unfortunately it was too muddy to go and play. But we finished off the night with some dinner. Hello everyone. So yesterday was my birthday, as you guys saw, and we got back to the Airbnb and just went out to a pub for dinner, but it wasn't very good, honestly. But we were so exhausted, we honestly fell asleep by like 9. Well, Thomas did, and then by about 10 I like got everything ready for bed and just went to sleep. But I wanted to show you guys the Airbnb because it's really cool. It's in an old church, so I'll give you guys a little tour. And now we're going out for breakfast, and I'll just vlog the little weekend because we spent the one night here and we're spending tonight here, and then we leave tomorrow. But it's really pretty. It's in Chipping Norton, which is in the Cotswolds, which is beautiful if you're familiar with the UK. So I'll give you guys a nice little tour. So this is like the main room because it's a loft, so there's an upstairs, but this is the main room. You got bench seats, which are really pretty to do work at. We have to do some work today, so maybe I'll sit there and do work. Then you have the arched window, like the half arch. It's gorgeous. Even the kitchen is pretty nice and modern. Very pretty. Gorgeous. And then I'll show you guys upstairs. Okay, well here's upstairs. You have the bathroom, which is a really pretty bath, and then the shower. And then you have the arched windows above it, and you can actually see the steeple, is that what it's called, through the window, which is cool. The bath is quite nice. And then there's this here, this really pretty window, but neither of us can get this curtain open anymore, but it's gorgeous. How pretty is that? And then of course we have the bed and everything. It's unmade because we're just in a rush, but very good. But we are going to get out of the house, do some work, and get started on the day. I'll include little clips from our weekend, but this is just a nice little mini birthday vlog, so I hope you guys just enjoy, and I love you all so much. So we were staying in Chipping Norton, as I think I mentioned, and the town was really pretty. I will say that the pubs weren't that good. They could use some better restaurants, but at least they did have like a Boots and a Cafe Nero and a Sainsbury's, which was helpful when Thomas did get sick the next day, as you will see. Well guys, in a turn of events, Thomas got very sick, so he's now in bed and I'm off to go try and get some medicine and maybe some stuff to make dinner for us tonight. There's a walk-in clinic like 7 miles away, but I can't drive here, so I can't take him. And I don't think he's well enough to drive because he just keeps being sick. But I think it's so crazy that here in the UK you can't get any medicine for nausea, like Gravol. Because in Canada you can get Gravol for when you're feeling nauseous and sick. I just find that so surprising. I went to the pharmacy and they're like, no, you just have to be sick. I'm like, what? Anyway, so I'm going out again. Weather's not too bad at least, but I just feel so bad that he's so sick on our little getaway weekend. And it's even worse that I can't drive here, so it's not like I can take him to the doctors. Send him your best wishes. We have left the church and Thomas is feeling better, thank goodness. And now we're going to Clarkson's farm. So I'll take some clips there, but otherwise that was basically it for the little cottage birthday weekend. I will see you guys all in my next video, and I love you all so much. Bye. Yeah. And then we just finished off the weekend at Diddley Squat Farm, and luckily Thomas was all better, so it was a nice little birthday getaway. I loved it so much, and it was really just calming and nice to see Thomas. And I'm here for a couple more weeks as well to spend some time with him, so I might vlog a bit more, but I hope you all enjoyed. Love you. Bye. Mwah.